I gotta hit that little what's the name again? Is it
Bro,
gonna ask me that question like it did before?
it might. But anyway, here we go. We back. All right, y'all. You know, we was live. Don't know exactly what happened there, but YouTube kind of clipped on me. So we came back. Let's pick up where we left
Somebody
off.
hate, man. Somebody hate, man.
They hating on the boy, man. Hey,
They say
hating
the
on the
chemistry too good on the first rep, man.
he said they got run another rep. Y'all die.
Man, we gotta go 2 reps, man. The first one was too good. You hear me? It's all good. We duplicate, you heard? That's what we do around here.
Nah, we come right back. We come
Right bite, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so we talking about. So basically, on the first video, we was talking about a little OU Texas recap, kind of, and I guess what you was asking me about the weakness, right?
Well, what's the strength? What can hold OU from being back, like all the fans are saying? And then what's the best thing about them that makes you say, "Hey, man, we can jump in the playoffs." Don't no team look 100% like they just number one, except for probably Georgia. So you know what I'm saying? We gonna be in the playoffs. What's the positive to make you feel like that? But what's the negative to make you feel like, man, we might not? This still might not be the year, even after beating Texas.
Well, I'll say the negative. I mean, I'll say the positive. Let's start with the positive this time. I'll say the positive is the fact that the defense is looking a lot sharper. So, like every other time we've been to the college football playoff, we've had no defense. Let's keep it real. There was non-existent.
Everything else.
Yeah,
everything else didn't have that.
We went with Baker. It was looking good, but no defense. Kyler Murray did Kyler Murray's things, but no defense.
No defense.
It was tough. And they actually had a shot in that Georgia game with Baker Mayfield. Actually, they was winning at the half. And then the defense couldn't hold up no more. They did all they could do.
Couldn't stop the run for what I remember.
Hold on. My boy Mike Wilkinson in the chat, he said special teams is the weakness. And he said defense will get them in the playoffs. I think the defense, I agree with you, Mike. I think the defense.
That's Mike. Shout out to Mike, man, for commenting so fast. Appreciate that. Good looking.
All right, that's my man. He's been to every OU season opener since 1974. I think he said. Ooh. I think he said on one of the other shows, 76 or 74, something around there.
Okay, right. Okay. So special teams defense. You say you agree?
The special teams has to do some work, brother.
Okay, so that was my first time seeing OU play all year. Because I feel like, you know how I feel, they ain't played nobody. And it ain't just OU, you know what I mean? If somebody playing a sorry team, I can't cut it on because I'm not getting a realistic viewpoint. But I watched Texas. Special teams were bad. And special teams for OU was bad, and it could have cost them. Has OU played like that on special teams throughout the season, or was that just versus Texas?
You know what? Honestly, it hasn't been like that bad. Not like that. That was just like a total breakdown, you know?
Yeah. Several different special teams phases. Yeah. Okay.
Right, because they was looking a lot better. I mean, they was doing decent, nothing popped out. They wasn't like doing exceptional or nothing like that, but it was okay for the most part.
Yeah, but you know, in sports, if you really ain't got nothing to critique, you must be doing something right.
True.
Yeah. Okay. So you say defense is the thing that can get them there to make y'all be bite.
Yes, we bite in a minute.
What's the negative, man? Tell me about your Sooners. What's the negative that could keep y'all from being playoffs? You say you agree with your man Mike with special teams. Is it more the special teams that can do it, or you know what I'm saying, is it special teams alone? I think I know the answer to this. I know you better than this.
Right. It's the lack of DeMarco Murray, Adrian Peterson, anybody of some type, Rodney Anderson, my guy. I mean, anybody of any type of substance at the running back position.
So the run game is what makes you think y'all not that next tier team yet.
Yeah, it's just not where I want it to be. Like, It's not where I'm. It's okay. It's just not what I'm used to seeing. Okay, maybe we just got to win a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like the defense is gonna have to
Okay.
hold us up in certain games because usually, and like I say, if you pack a running game and a defense, that's recipe for some W's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
So
Okay,
I
so
go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. So I know you like the boy Tyree Walker, number 29, and he does look pretty cool. He looks pretty decent, but he's not like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know
I
what I
got you. I
mean?
got you. I got you. I got you. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if there's no run game, that means your boy Gabriel is gonna have the ball in his hands more, and you still not sold on him. So you even coming out of the Texas game, it sounds to me like you still a little uncomfortable. You're not ready to just say we bite.
Not fully. You know, it take a lot for me
Okay.
to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I got you. I got you. And before we get up out of here, and go to a next topic, can Venables keep young men that have just won a big game? Can he keep them level headed to go ahead and finish out the season? You know, which probably everybody thinks is going to be undefeated from here on out. You know what I'm saying? I think at this point, if OU loses a football in the Big 12, if they lose a game in the Big 12 conference, that's a letdown at this point. Can Venables keep them level headed enough to finish this thing out, or do you see any stumbling blocks in the way before getting to the Big 12 championship?
I think he can, or rather, I hope he can. But the fact of the matter is, he has to show me that he can. You know, he has to
Yeah.
prove that now that we've seen success. Now we see, now everybody's talking about OU. We moved up to number 5 now in the AP
Yeah,
poll.
yeah. That's why I'm asking the question. That's why I'm
now
asking. Okay.
Now I see T-shirts with the linebacker Danny Stutzman. He said OU only fears God and Texas only fears Oklahoma or something. See, they making T-shirts now. They getting, you know what I'm saying? They doing interviews on the Pat McAfee show now.
Man, that's what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
NIL money out there, any way to sell yourself
Yeah.
as an individual, you know what I mean? So that's why the question comes up, you know, because just observing from afar, it looks like there are 2 teams that may be capable of going undefeated this year. That's it. And I feel like every other team is going to have at least one loss. Georgia may be able to go undefeated, and Oregon, because the Pac-12 sucks too, and there's no defense. Oregon may have an opportunity to go undefeated. But if they lose in their conference, I think everybody else has at least one loss. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me ask a question. Can Venables keep his team level-headed in this day and age with the cell phone, social media, NIL deals, coming off a big Texas win? Can he keep them level-headed enough to finish the season the way everybody anticipates them to?
And, you know, I feel you, because the only thing about it, it's hard to see any team that's left on the schedule actually beating OU, like far as if you're just looking on paper, but we know how this goes.
Hey, man, it's cupcake, man. That's what I'm saying. They should be undefeated, but will they have a lapse?
Exactly.
Will they have a lapse?
Should.
Yeah.
we know how this goes, man. Like you get
know how it go.
Your head get big, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're smelling yourself and you want and you think you're tough. You know what I'm saying? And now you listening to the media, and now you think you're good. And usually that don't turn out that well when you do that. But hopefully, and I do believe Brent Venables is gone. I think he's gonna keep him. I think he's gonna keep him cool, man. I think he's gonna keep him level-headed enough because he's been there enough. If you think about it, Brent Venables has coached as a defensive coordinator in how many national championships? Like 6, 7? Like I'm talking about with OU and Clemson. Like
You
know what I mean? He's done this. You know what I'm saying?
And he's won it.
He's won. You know what I'm saying?
Florida State. He's beat, you know what I'm saying, the rivals in the ACC. You know what I mean?
They beat Alabama. Hell, didn't they? With Deshaun Watson. Yeah. Or Trevor Lawrence, one of them. or both of
That's
them. They
him.
both.
Yeah.
Did Deshaun
I
Watson
can't.
win the Did he win a national championship?
That's a
Deshaun?
good question. I think he did, man. I think they won one with Deshaun and they won one with Trevor.
He said, yeah, I know they won with Trevor. Mike said, hey guys, I have reserved excitement. And he says 3. Reserves, and I understand that. And that's kind of, I think that's kind of how I'm feeling.
Tell me what he said. Reserve what?
Reserved excitement.
That's a good way to put it.
It is a good way to put it because it's like I want to be excited, but I'm like waiting. You know what I'm saying? I'm like waiting to see what I need to see before I can just, yay, look, guys, we're here now. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
this is exactly why I said, man, we should start this segment off with you answering all these questions about OU. Because I don't think, you know what I mean, without me being a fan and knowing the history like you do, I didn't feel like it would be as beneficial for me to answer these questions than you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to answer the question as a fan, but you know you do have football knowledge too. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to hear you and then our man Mike both have the same type of feeling after a big game. Like you want to be excited, but you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get too excited. Are you afraid of a letdown?
yeah, I can't lie. I am a little because you know what? It's because it's been happening every year, like for so long. Now every team is different. Each year is a new year. I get
And this schedule's set up for them to if they stay away from injuries, the rest of this season is set until they get to the Big 12 championship, which I think Texas is more level-headed than they were last year. If they stay hungry, they shouldn't lose no more this year, and it should be OU Texas at the end of the year. What do you think?
It's gonna be OU Texas again, I believe. So and you know what? That's another thing. I mean, think about this. Well, okay. OU did have the special teams lapse, the touchdown.
Yes.
But Texas, man, what they threw the 2 interceptions. I mean, did they have a fumble too?
Yeah, they hit that boy.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Hey, what's the quarterback name? Ewers?
Yeah. When Ewers,
helmet on the ball, man, that thing came out. You know you were Sean was excited when that happened, man. Don't act like you ain't
that boy was live over there. Hey, but we played. Listen, we played about as good as we can play, is what I'm saying.
And beat them.
And we beat them by what, 3?
Okay. Man, every time I think we're gonna be done with this, you bring up another point. Hey, Mike, holler at us on this too, man. Holler at us on this. This is my last thing. I promise y'all. This is the last question I got for my OU guy. Can OU beat Texas without the neutral site? Do they have to be at home on a neutral site to beat Texas? Do you think OU's a better football team than Texas? Because to me, as a fan of football and not an OU fan, it felt like little brother just happened to slip up and beat big brother. But it don't feel like, oh man, OU the giant now and Texas is taking a step back. It feel like little brother caught big brother slipping and won a football game.
Well, I hear you, and I hear you on that. But let's be clear. I believe we have won like 11 out of the last 15 times we played Texas. Listen, little brother's a little more.
Listen, my mouth is closed.
I'm just saying.
My mouth is closed. My mouth is closed. Listen. It was just a question. It was so. Do you feel like they're better than Texas? Do you think they can beat Texas in Texas, or do they have to be on a neutral site or in Norman, Oklahoma to beat Texas again?
I believe that if Texas played OU in Texas, I think Texas will probably win. And I think OU will win in Norman. And I think we saw what happened on the neutral side.
Bingo. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
sounds good. I
think they both right there.
Anytime they match up, it should be another good game.
It should be a hell of a game if we get to see it again.
What you think, Mike, before we transition? What you think, Mike?
He said, yes, off a neutral site, OU is the better team. Since 2000, Texas has been Oklahoma's little brother. Yeah. I'm saying they ain't gonna like that
I
little
don't
duck.
know if you heard me, Mike. I don't know if you heard me, Mike, but I already said my bad, player. I already said my bad. So hey, my lip is shut on that one, man. Y'all got the ammo.
Oh shoot. All right, since I only got a couple minutes left. Man, we kind of talked about that a little bit longer than I thought we would.
Okay.
Mike, you know, my bad. We about to switch gears right here. So I understand if you got cut out, but we about to talk a little hip hop for a second. You know what I'm saying? We might not make it to the Tupac conversation right now. We might have to come back and pick that up, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I might need to just say, you want to just come back? What you got? What's it looking like for today? We can actually come back and do the hip hop show separately if you want to. I mean, I don't know how much time you got. You know what I'm saying?
What's time looking like for you, man? What's time looking like for you?
Because I got
daddy duties at 5.
all right, there you go. That's it. I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave in 5. I gotta leave in 5 minutes.
Well, we ain't got a choice. Let's wrap it up and then we get back to the other stuff.
Okay.
So nightcap or something.
We can do that. Like I said, I'm good all night. It's gonna be me and the little one chilling today. My girl got some stuff to do out at the lake house with her mom. So it's just gonna be me and the young boy tonight. So I can get down whenever. So yeah, let's wrap it up like that. That way we can just put a bow on it. I'll just change the title and all that stuff. And then we'll come back and talk about the Drake fallout and the Tupac murder trial. We talk about that later. Mike, I really appreciate you being in the chat, buddy, man. Thanks. I always like the engagement, man. Thanks. Anybody listening in the present, the future, go ahead and hit that like button. Please subscribe if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me, man. Me and my boy Nino, man. We're going to come back and holler at y'all, man, here in a little while, man.
Already.
Peace.